Good evening, and welcome to your AIDailyPress evening podcast for March 26, 2025. Firstly, the U.S. has added over 30 Chinese tech firms to its export control list, citing concerns that these companies are seeking to acquire advanced American technology for military use. China has strongly condemned this decision and vowed to take countermeasures, further escalating tensions between the two nations. Secondly, in the Middle East, hundreds of Palestinians have joined protests in northern Gaza, calling for an end to the war with Israel and shouting anti-Hamas slogans. This protest reflects growing frustration among Palestinians with the ongoing conflict and the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The international community is urging a ceasefire and a peaceful resolution to the conflict. Lastly, we're also following news of U.S. involvement in the region, with President Donald Trump nominating a new ambassador to South Africa amidst strained diplomatic relations between the two countries over their stance on the Israel-Hamas conflict. These are just some of the key stories we're tracking tonight. We'll continue to bring you updates and analysis as more information becomes available. That's all for now. Thank you for joining us on the AIDailyPress Evening Podcast. We'll be back with more news after this break. And that's the way it is. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Firstly, the situation in Ukraine is evolving, with European leaders reassessing their plans to provide security guarantees amidst shifting U.S. stance on the conflict. Discussions around a potential European-led security force are ongoing, but the deployment of troops is being re-evaluated in light of recent comments from U.S. officials. In another development, tensions are rising between the United States and Denmark over a planned visit by U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance to Greenland, a Danish territory with strategic importance in the Arctic. The visit has been met with criticism from Danish officials, who feel it puts unacceptable pressure on both Greenland and Denmark. Lastly, we're following a developing story in Sudan, where protests have broken out against the military coup that ousted the civilian government. The international community is calling for calm and restraint as the situation continues to unfold. We'll be bringing you updates on these stories as more information becomes available. In the meantime, we want to hear from you. Share your thoughts on our social media channels using the hashtag #AIDailyPress. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll see you again soon on the AI Daily Press. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. I'm your host, Louis. Tonight, we're highlighting two energy sector giants that have caught our attention, MPLX and Marathon Petroleum. MPLX is poised for significant growth due to its solid EBITDA and distributable cash flow growth, above-average distribution growth rate, and excess distribution coverage. The company's recent acquisition of the Endeavor Logistics assets has boosted its distributable growth prospects, making it an attractive midstream investment. Marathon Petroleum, on the other hand, has a unique business posture with its partner MPLX covering dividend and basic capital expenses, allowing Marathon to utilize its excess cash for other purposes. This arrangement could lead to extraordinary high dividends in the coming years, making Marathon an intriguing investment opportunity. We also took a look at the broader market context, where gold prices have rebounded due to ongoing global economic tensions and inflation concerns. Additionally, Maruti Suzuki has been handed a draft tax assessment order by the Income Tax Authority for fiscal year 2022, proposing additions and disallowances totaling Rs. 3,866 crore. As always, we remind our listeners to maintain a balanced perspective and avoid bias when evaluating investment opportunities. And as I like to say, don't panic, dear investors. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Until next time, farewell. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we explored the mysteries of the universe with the discovery of a stunning pinwheel-shaped dust spiral in the constellation Sagittarius. The binary star system, what are Euro 100, was initially thought to be a potential threat to our planet due to its possible gamma-ray burst. However, new research reveals that the orbit of the two stars is tilted, alleviating concerns about a catastrophic event impacting life on Earth. Next, we delved into the unknown with a strange spiral appearance in the sky over Britain and Europe. The unusual swirl was initially met with speculation and wonder, but experts from the UK Met Office quickly explained that it was caused by a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket's frozen exhaust plume, reflecting sunlight. This phenomenon is a rare but natural occurrence that serves as a reminder of the increasing number of rocket launches and the importance of relying on scientific evidence. Lastly, we touched upon the awe-inspiring discovery of a massive dust spiral in the constellation Sagittarius, which highlights the complexities and uncertainties of astronomical research. As astronomer Grant Hill noted, we may answer some questions, but create more. This sentiment encapsulates the essence of scientific inquiry and the importance of continued exploration and discovery. As we conclude tonight's podcast, I'd like to leave you with a thought-provoking question. What other mysteries await us in the vast expanse of space? The universe is full of secrets waiting to be unraveled, and by working together, we can gain a deeper understanding of the world around us. Until next time, stay curious. Keep looking up at those stars and remember somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the cosmos. Now, for the latest in sports, here's Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. I'm your anchor, Howard. We've got a thrilling lineup of stories for you tonight, so let's dive right in. We're just days away from the NFL draft, and our team has been working tirelessly to bring you all the latest updates and expert analysis. From bold predictions to potential game changers, we've got everything you need to stay ahead of the curve. The Los Angeles Rams, for instance, are looking to bounce back from a disappointing season, and they might just find their answer in the draft. In other news, Paul Skeens is on track to set an MLB strikeout record, with some predicting he could achieve this feat in fewer than 200 innings. This would be a historic milestone, folks. Our expert analysts have been weighing in on the men's Sweet 16 tournament, ranking the remaining coaches and providing you with the best previews. And now, let's talk about the NCAA women's basketball tournament. The city of Birmingham is abuzz with excitement as it hosts the regional rounds. We've got some thrilling matchups to look forward to, including the Tobacco Road showdown between Duke and North Carolina, and the battle for the ages between Texas and Tennessee. Will Dawn Staley's South Carolina squad continue their dominance, or will another team rise to challenge them? Our experts have weighed in on the matchups and will be bringing you live coverage and updates as the tournament progresses. That's all for now, folks. Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey through the world of sports. Until next time, stay informed, stay entertained, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curel.
Thank you, Howard. Good evening, and welcome to this evening's edition of the AIDailyPress podcast. Here's a brief summary of our top now for the latest in fashion and entertainment. Here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First, the world of television is shifting, with streaming services continuing to dominate. We took a closer look at how QVC is adapting, with new original content like Busy Phillips' hit show, Busy This Week returning for its second season, as well as other fresh series and shoppable experiences. Next up, YouTube is gearing up for its annual Brandcast event in New York City, featuring an all-star lineup including Lady Gaga, Merbeast, and Brittany Broski. With YouTube's massive reach and influence, this event promises to be a night to remember, with big announcements and performances that you won't want to miss. And finally, we explored the changing landscape of digital entertainment, where streaming services like YouTube are facing increased scrutiny over issues like content moderation and creator monetization. As YouTube celebrates its 20th anniversary, it's clear that they're committed to making a splash and proving their value to advertisers and viewers alike. That's all for tonight, folks. Thanks for joining me on this evening's edition of the AI Daily Press. Until next time, stay entertained. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David at Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we reported on the plight of sea turtles and the impact of climate change on their habitats. Rising temperatures and extreme weather events are threatening the survival of these incredible creatures, and it's essential that we take action to reduce our carbon footprint and protect their habitats. Next, we traveled to Madagascar, where a devastating flood struck a tortoise conservation center, killing over 100 tortoises and highlighting the dual threats of trafficking and climate change. A massive rescue effort was launched, and thanks to the dedication of staff members, local residents, and law enforcement officers, over 1,000 tortoises were saved. Finally, we visited the island nation of Sri Lanka, where a fascinating discovery was made: the rediscovery of the mutinous Bambucinus fungus. This rare species uses insects to disperse its spores, and studying it can provide valuable insights into the complex interactions within ecosystems. However, climate change and habitat loss pose significant threats to fungi like this, reminding us of the importance of conservation and collaboration between experts and non-experts. These stories serve as a reminder of the urgent need for action to protect our planet's precious wildlife and preserve the delicate balance of ecosystems. We'll continue to follow these stories and provide updates in future editions of the AI Daily Press. Thank you for joining us tonight, and let's work together to make a difference. Until next time, good night. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David at Nature for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.